Happening today, Governor Katie Hobbs breaking her silence on Arizona's plan for the end of Title 42. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Mooney.
And I'm Angelique Lizardi. Well, clouds of concerns are swirling around the southern border, and metaphorically speaking, a hard rain is about to fall. Now, U.S. officials are preparing for a surge of migrants there, and there's worries that the country isn't ready to handle this situation. Migrants already gathering at the U.S.-Mexico border, lawmakers from both sides also sounding the alarm.
And our local migrant shelters are already at full capacity just days before the end of Title 42 as our state is preparing for a drastic surge in those border crossings.
Governor Katie Hobbs laying out her plan of action during a briefing earlier today at the state capitol. News 4 Tucson's Chorus Nylander was there and has the latest.
Well, without providing many specifics, Katie Hobbs unveiled a 5-step plan to address the end of Title 42, admitting the amount of resources needed to address this situation still very much unknown.
I've sent letters to President Biden and Secretary Mayorkas outlining specific actions that need to be taken. As of today, we have not received an adequate response.
Today, Governor Katie Hobbs announced her response to the expected border surge as Title 42 comes to an end. She believes the federal government has failed on the border. Her approach will be focusing on public safety, using DPS troopers to assist with law enforcement duties along the border, as well as increasing their efforts of busing people with legal asylum claims to sponsors across the country. Also, increasing partnerships with non-government groups to help shelter migrants and possibly use executive orders to respond to border issues.
That includes, but is not limited to, sending additional National Guardsmen to the border.
She was joined by Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos, who believes border communities are left cleaning up what should be the federal government's mess.
Buses come into Tucson with very little notice into Pima County, and there are no resources. There's no provisions given for food or health care or any of that.
Governor Hobbs was asked about the deployment of U.S. military troops to the border and how many would be in Arizona and when they would be arriving. Her staff interjected and said they would follow up with that information later on. So far, we have not received it. Reporting from Phoenix, Chorus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.